Should I come closer?
Come closer, Poppy. Come closer.
Oh my god, hold on, I'll put this up a little bit. I've lowered my gain because you can pick up the air conditioner, but I turned it off just for you guys. But either way, here we go. Like, I'm introducing the first player because he's clans in his team tag. Spawning in the bottom, the bottom left position. It's the Red Protoss. He's been around for a long time representing Team NV from South Korea. Give it up for Creator.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Ancient Sister, and we have his opponent, the free agent, the ex-military Protoss player. It is Classic. And yes,
Ex-military.
yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
like you're still in solo mode.
That's so.
It has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? Ex-military. It sounds like, you know, if he's gonna like beat your kneecaps or something.
It does give you like an image in your mind of a certain kind of person. That's why I like bringing it up. I like calling people ex-military because it's kind of weird to say that, but it's true.
Yeah, it's also like it's got a negative connotation. What's the word?
Connotation.
Like, connotation. Yeah, like Steven Seagal is ex-military. Like you get like dishonorably discharged or something. But
yeah, like
no, he's the honorable boy.
He is honorable. Like when you say ex-military, you think of like a mercenary, you know? Like he's doing some shady business because he can't go back to the civilized life, you know? It's not for him anymore. He can't be reformed.
He can't. But he is teamless at the moment, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he is a mercenary. He is ex-military. Yeah, I'm sure he's broken a kneecap or two at the military. But we'll have to see how he goes in this particular. I don't know how kneecaps play a role in StarCraft Lite. I guess we'll find out.
We'll find out, Buffy. Yeah. He's gonna bust some wrists, mate. He's gonna.
Hopefully we don't have to find out firsthand how kneecaps.
But alas, yes, we are now in ESL Open Cup PvP. So thank you so much for joining me, Chase. I definitely do appreciate it. And at the same time, PvPs can be really entertaining, especially in the Korean region. So far, we already have a little bit of a divergence here when it comes to the initial units from our two players.
Yeah, we can see that Classic's got about 150 gas advantage. He's yet to throw down a tech building, and he went double adept over the double stalker, so he's got that extra gas to play with. We do miss our favorite game, you know, 2 stalkers or 2 adepts, but we did have both placed around pylons just to scout the units that popped out, and it's going to be adepts for Classic and stalkers for Creator.
Yeah, like we missed out on our favorite game, but it's okay because we got to talk about ex-military like Korean pros.
Yes,
it was worth it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. As Classic is just doubling down on the aggression, by the way. He has 4 adepts across the map. He's got 2 more on the way. Just 6 adepts here. He really needs to make something happen with them. He really needs to get some economic damage for this.
Yeah, and he actually went up to about 400 gas. He's about to get 400 gas again before he threw down that robo. And you know, normally it's not nice to float gas, but one base openings here, you know, mirror matchup, you want as much gas as possible. It's the big indicator, you know. Classic throwing out shades. It looks like he has twice as many adepts. That was short-lived. You know, he just has a regular amount of adepts, and he's going to be very aggressive here. Is Creator going to keep a probe in the wall to kind of stop a wall off here?
Oh, that's the question. Right now, there is no probe, and we need more than just a pylon or a shield battery. We need something a little bit more robust to stop these adepts. 8 adepts do get into the main base.
They do too, and Oracle out to pop, good timing, but these probes are under fire right now. There's a lot of adepts. Probes do get pulled away. Stalkers outrange adepts as well, as they're going to hide away, but nice blocking too, and some really nice SimCity here, like.
Yeah, the SimCity is going to be pretty good. At the same time, we do have an Oracle across the map, but we have a shield battery, we have an overcharge. The mirror line of Classic is fine, and he even shades adepts in towards the natural as well.
Oh my god, yeah, this is hectic. Probes forced to evacuate the main, now forced to evacuate the natural, and the Oracle is now out of energy. That's less DPS for Creator, but eventually it's going to clean up these adepts, but at what cost? Like in a mirror matchup, losing twice as many workers is not good. He's still going at the natural.
Oh, he's still going, Bobby. He will not stop. And as you were saying, look at the units lost tab. We have lost 14 probes here for Creator. He's down over 10 workers, and he's still losing a couple more probes. Oh.
Yeah, really rough. And normally in this case, you know, the aggressor has less economy to start with. In this case, we have two nexus for both players, so the probe reproduction is going to be equal, which means that a Creator is in a very difficult spot, as we see.
Probe reproduction is an interesting way to say it.
Yeah, so it's just a probe. I mean, I guess it is reproduction.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's just...
It's asexual production. You only need one nexus. I don't know if the probe and the nexus fertilize it when the nexus is down.
The probes,
they all look the same to me.
They're multiplying, Papi. Oh my god.
Life Science Lesson 101. Anyway, we have an Immortal popping. Creator does have these two oracles, and unfortunately for him, you know, shield batteries can defend against, you know, oracles. One oracle, but two oracles. It's a whole different ball game, Puppy.
It's
a whole different oracle game.
It's crazy, Puppy. It's crazy. They got that one-shot potential, as you're alluding to, and these oracles can go in at any moment. That's why Classic, a lot of supply is going to be tied up here in the main base to defend against that whenever it does go into his own main. And there we go. Oh, Classic, quick to Creator, quick to respond. Does pull back.
He certainly is. He's going to push back. He's going to see these. He's going to definitely see these stalkers with that. Prism. What's it called? Like it's the revelation.
Reproduction.
That was a revelation to me. Yeah, that reproduction. But yeah, it looks like damn Plastic going to be aggressive, and this, even if he's not attacking, this just makes Creator a bit uncomfortable. Might force a shield battery or two. He's still behind in the work account. Not as much now, but you have to got to keep in mind still that. Because Classic had more probes, he was mining way more than Creator in the past minute or two. So this is a bit of a scary push light, despite supplies looking pretty similar.
Definitely. The quality of Classic's army is just that much more superior with those Immortals, with the Prism, with the micro potential here. He may not have Blink, but you know, he has pseudo Blink with that Prism, and it looks like he wants to make his way into the main. He can force through the ramp.
He can too, and it looks like there's Blink here. But Creator make it the Warp Prism, and the Immortal is stuck. But he's not going to get down, and the Sentry as well, and didn't really quite work out. But Classic's going to swing into the natural try and poke, but there's a shield battery. Well held by Creator, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, very well done as well. Creator had a bit of a rough go here at the start of the game, but he has been able to recover. Classic just trying to have a little bit too much fun there. He just kind of falls on his face with that push.
Yeah, this is the part in the anime light where the protagonist has already hit, you know, the bottom. He's hit the bottom and he's getting back into it. And you're meant to start to feel, you're meant to cheer for Creator at this point. Which, you know, they're both Protoss players, so I don't have a dog in this bone, a bone in this dog. I don't know what it's called.
I don't have any bones.
They all got broke by Classic.
Oh, no. It all comes back full circle.
But yeah, but Classic's gonna have to be a bit careful. He's being outmaneuvered already. He does not have Blink. It is about to finish, but he's gonna lose his third base, possibly.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see how Creator commits here. The blinks are good enough. It looks like Classic is going to be able to hold on to his third base here, just barely. But again, he lost so much earlier, losing the Prism, losing the Immortal, losing any kind of robo advantage that he once had. And Creator has a pretty solid lead here, not just in the army, but also in the economy now.
He certainly does. Pretty interesting to see, because now we've had, even though you know, he did have that Immortal with that attack that didn't work out. He threw down his Robo quite late. It's just an Immortal and a Warp Prism. What did I say? An Immortal and a Warp Prism. Did I say a Robo? Sorry, like I'm in food coma mode.
It's okay. It's okay, Puppy. It's okay.
You should be the one that's struggling, not me. A couple more workers going down, but yeah, pretty surprising to see that the Creator's really kind of brought himself back into this after a 12 probe deficit. A 14 probe deficit, sorry.
Yeah, definitely. You know, it's one of those things, Chase, where you've overeaten. You've got like the food coma, but I've undereaten. Like I'm starving, so like we balance each other out. You know, we by the end of this, we'll eat each other.
We're in the prime of our lives right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like now the immortal count favoring creator. There are some sentries for classic light, but when Blink is involved, I don't know if sentries are as useful. They're kind of like Reapers, right? They're more suited towards like an early game role.
Mhm.
They do have Guardian Shields, so they're infinitely more useful than Reapers, but I don't. I think I'd rather Immortals than Sentries to complement my Stalkers at this point.
100%, mate. Like how the turns have tabled, where Creator now has the more sophisticated army. As you were saying, there is like maybe potential here with these sentries when it comes to their supportive role, whether it's with force fields or just scouting information. As Classic is coming in for a big second wave here, he has to make something happen. Is he going to try and do it again?
Oh my god!
Oh god.
I mean, you could even hallucinate like
Yeah.
Immortals, right?
True.
He can give him the advantage that way, but he's going to push in here. Good position here by Classic, actually. He's going to blink forward a bit, and this is going to force Creator, into that little choke point to defend his base. So this is fantastic moves here by Classic.
Yeah, Classic completely out-positioning Creator right now. Looks like the Natural is going to be going down. Force fields once again and locks Creator out. Creator could technically blink over this force field, but then he'd be stuck fighting without his Immortals.
Yeah, this is some fantastic movement here by Classic, and Creator can't do anything but watch. I told you, like, I'd prefer to have Sentries than Immortals in this kind of state. He's now in the main base. Oh my god.
See, like, clearly Sentries are superior than Immortals. Obviously, as we blink on forward, the Immortals are isolated. The Prism goes down once again, and Classic with what a sick move.
It certainly is, and he could just move out if he wants to have a huge advantage, but no, he's going to go for the kill, which he's got the concave. He can certainly trade at this point, but I don't think he can defeat the army of Creator at this point.
Yeah, he has to be careful not to overextend, but he's already done so much. He got the base, he reset the Immortal count, he killed the Prism, he killed the Cyber Core as well. So Creator can't even warp in any more Stalkers. He has to rebuild that. He's stuck with only Zealots.
Only Zealots. And he should pull the probes, like, do it for the... It won't help at all, but it will... I've never seen a Protoss pull the probes when they all... Probably because warping is such a, anti-probe pulling mechanic. But, yeah, it looks like Classic. He just has to defend here, throwing down the shield battery, and there's a timing. It's a large army by Creator, however, but I'm not sure with Defender's advantage he's going to be able to crack Classic here.
Yeah, Creator does have the slight army advantage, as you were pointing out, but we have the shield battery, we have the overcharge. We've been going forward to try to focus it down, but that is tanking so many shots. A second shield battery will finish up as well, and it looks like as Classic pulls the boys, he will have more than enough to defend.
Yeah, GG is called, and Classic takes game number 1. Wow. Cool move there, Light. Creator pulled exactly the amount of Stalkers required to two-shot that shield battery. It's normally you just see players just gotta, blink whatever forward to try and snipe it, but that was very precise. Even in death, Creator is creative.
Yes, he is. He's very creative. He is, there's a reason why he's here in the semifinals, but unfortunately, despite attempting and successfully clawing his way back into the game, just in one fell swoop, he gets completely outpositioned. And you don't see that kind of engagement too often. What Creator did, you don't see, like I was about to say as well during that game, that like you don't really see many players invest this late into this many sentries. Like, what's the plan here? What's he going to be going for? And he just completely outpositioned his opponent. It was crazy.
It was crazy late. It was it reminds us that StarCraft isn't just a game of numbers, which is often the case. It's such a mechanical game that often, unless you're a Grandmaster player or high Grandmaster player, you just out-macro your opponent. But that was, a case of tactical brilliance. Was it tactical brilliance, or was it just a case of getting caught out of position? Yeah. A bit of both, right?
I would say tactical, because he had all the sentries, like it looked like that's what he wanted to do, like that was the plan coming into
100% light. Yeah. 100%.
Oh boy, so a very nice lead here for Classic. He was able to take down Dark, and now he has a nice lead here against Creator. Can he go all the way in this best of 3?
We'll have to find out, as here we go, spawning in the top right position. That is your South Korean Protoss representing Team NV. The teamed player from South Korea, I've already said, is Creator.
And And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Royal Blood LE, we have his opponent, the South Korean Protoss player, the ex-military mercenary himself. Don't say anything bad about him. Don't do it. It is Classic.
Light's family being returned to him as we speak.
Oh my god. Classic is merciful. He's such a
He
great
is.
guy. He's beautiful. You know, he gives to charity.
He just took my family on a vacation. They just got back.
Yeah.
And it was a good time. But don't ask about it.
Had nothing but good things to say about their stay in I can't say where they were.
In redacted. Here we go. Early gas, double gas take. Okay, there we go. I was going to say, did Creator just take both gases to stop a gas steal? But no, he's popped them on. Meanwhile, we've got a 1 and 2 on the other side for Classic. This is interesting, to say the least. I don't know if this is, you know, I guess it is intentional. Well, there we go. Throwing gas now. 3 and 2 now. Oh my god, look at this gas watching game.
Oh,
insane.
Oh, the micro.
The gas micro.
I wish I could pull in and out of gas this easily. You know, it's not. It's
Right, you gotta learn to pull out in general first, okay?
It's easier said than done. Okay, you just get really excited. You know, it just.
You do. You do. This is family-friendly stream.
Yes. Yes.
Please don't. Yeah, please don't. Please stay excited, viewers. Don't pull it out. But yeah. Oh, we forgot double stalker again. Like, oh my days. Do you know what this means?
It means that we forgot to play the game, but also the players forgot game hard again. 2 games in a row.
Oh no. Yeah, I was wondering why the probe kills weren't popping up. That's okay. Who needs game heart when you've got eyes?
Yeah, we can count. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
14 probes dead. We could count that.
14 probes. There we go. Next is going to be placed first for our Blue Protoss Classic. Meanwhile, a bit of scouting going on by Creator, but this Classic is concentrating his 2 stalkers and looking to maybe do a bit of poking.
Yeah, meanwhile, Creator's being giga aggressive, by the way. He has a 3rd gateway on the way and a robo as well. I feel the prism. I can feel the stalker aggression coming out from him. He's delaying his own nexus by so much, but Classic is going to spot this. He doesn't see the tech, but he does see the lack of a base.
Yeah, okay, I was going to say a bit of a weird kind of commitment there because he's trading a stalker for a stalker, which is okay, but when you're going sentries, is a stalker for a stalker? You kind of want to retain your own DPS. Right? I guess he's got a shield battery, but either way, he should have known that they were the 2 extra stalkers, not the first 2 that popped, because he saw that the double gateways. Unless he didn't know it was double gateway. Surely he did though, right?
Yeah, he did. He did know, as we do see the aggression is piling on here. Creator whooping in 3 stalkers at a time at this forward proxy location. There is that prism as well. Creator essentially going 1 base all in, and this is finally being confirmed here by Classic Scout.
Certainly is, and he knows what's going on. Going to throw down a 2nd shield battery. His robo's about to finish as well. Expect to see an immortal chrono boosted out too, but you know the big kind of thing to watch out for is getting one shot by these stalkers, because Creator's going to have a concentrated amount of DPS that he can snipe away with. But Classic's army is a little bit more utility based. You know, to shield batteries and the sentries. But we'll have to see with this War Prism, he chooses to go in the main or the natural.
Yeah, I mean, these sentries provide so much utility, especially with force fields, because we aren't really working with blink. Like, we have a prism, sure, but that's a very limited form of micro potential here for Creator, as the first immortal is already out. We have 3 shield batteries on the low ground with a bit of an Artosis pylon, so we'll see if that gets abused. No shield batteries in the main. Oh.
He's going to jump in. No shield battery overcharge triggered just yet. Good kind of first defense there, and already with this immortal and a 2nd immortal about to pop light. I don't know about this push.
Yeah, like, the timer is on Creator. He has to do something. He warps in 3 adepts. He's going to be able to shade past the army, and he can get into the mineral line.
He can too, and these adepts going to provide a lot of annoyingness in the main. The 2 fronts has to be defended. The immortal does not get taken out. Shield battery popped in. Creator just GG's. Light. No bueno. Classic takes the 2-0 victory.
Wow, GG Classic with great scouting from his part and great preparation, defensive preparation as well. He was ready for anything to come his way, and even though those adepts did shade past his army and they were killing some probes, the main army of Creator just crumbled in the face of Classic.
It certainly did, and I feel like there wasn't too much kind of impressiveness to the hold there by
Yeah.
Classic. It was kind of a you just get an immortal that like one base immortal versus Stalkers is very it's very hard. Maybe he's hoping he was going to go for Twilight Cancel or possibly even a Stargate Opener, but no, Robo kind of worked out super well in Classic's favor.
Yeah, I mean, to echo what you're saying, it's like there was nothing like fancy from Classic, you know. It was like oh, he scouted, just throws down a robo, you know, just waits for his immortal, get some shield batteries, and he was fine. Like it was a pretty solid and dominating hold there. Creator, you could argue that maybe upon seeing all those shield batteries at the natural, because he has a prism, like he doesn't have to push at the natural. He could try and, you know, rotate around, maybe try and ferry into the main base instead, try to find a bit of a different angle of attack instead. It's maybe possible that he could have, you know, done something a little bit different with his push.
Certainly, yeah, a different avenue to kind of attack once you force the commitment to because even though you don't have as much to kind of, you don't have blink or you don't have that much utility in the way of sentries. You have a warp prism, and we've seen players now really innovate with using their warp prism kind of as a pseudo blink. It's a lot more micro intensive, and you can't really warp in. Where I guess in a one base versus two base situation, you want to just overpower your opponent, but it's definitely something to consider when considering you do that all up against two shield batteries for overcharge.
Yeah, definitely. So my heart goes out to Creator, especially because we were following him throughout the tournament. You know, we were able to cast him against Scarlet, and he had a really impressive showing there. Alas, PvPs are really chaotic, and they're just a different game entirely. So Creator doesn't have anywhere near as much luck there. And I'm happy to see Classic doing well, because Classic, despite being teamless, despite not really having a massive splash into the scene the same way that Hero did, Classic has been doing really well recently. Just to bring things back to last week, I know you didn't cast ESL Asia last week, but last week, Classic 2-0'd Dark, and he 2-0'd Scarlet. And he also faced Hero in the finals last week as well, so it's a bit of a repeat. Like, back-to-back, Classic is making these finals runs.